guys, Way here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm bringing you guys the ultimate trading and investing guide for the Ultimate Screen promo coming to FIFA 20 towards the end of October. It celebrates Halloween, which is on the 31st, and with it we have a promo with loads of new content, including a squad of 23 players with boosted stats, SBCs, packs, and with that a market crash. So I'm going to be talking all about that in today's video. How to prepare for the market crash, investments to make for the promo that can make you loads of profit, and what exactly we can expect during that promo as well. So if you guys do enjoy the video, if you do, don't forget to leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here, and without further ado, let's go on into it. So first of all, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, what exactly is the Ultimate Screen promo? It celebrates Halloween, which is on the 31st of October, and should start on the first Friday before then, around the 26th or 27th. You can check your calendars if you want to make sure. It will then carry on for a week, finishing in early November. With that, we'll have loads of new content, including the Ultimate Scream squad. You guys can see on screen right now a few examples from previous FIFAs of the types of players we have. It's a real wide random mix of players, including some of the strongest, quickest and slowest players on the game. I remember we used to have players like Mertesacker, Crouch, we had Akinfenwa, all sorts of random players, and then also some really popular players as well. And they all get a decent boost to their stats, kind of like an inform, but then various stats get boosted significantly on the final weekend of the promo, and then again at various times throughout the year, typically with the full moon, and on spooky dates like Friday the 13th, they then get boosted up again, and the combination of stats vary. So last year, they started off with 290 stats, then the next month they got boosted to 291 stats, and those stats would change, it would be a different combination, and by the end of the game, you have players with 299 stats. So this year it may be something similar, it may be a little bit different, but I think it's probably going to follow a similar kind of concept where the players get really boosted at certain times of the year, starting on the first weekend of the promo. I could do a prediction video for potential cards we could see. If you guys would like to see that, let me know down below in the comments. Now alongside this, we will also have SBCs. There should be SBCs released pretty much every single day that give out a decent pack in return for quite a low rated team that will require some players maybe in some way related to Halloween. I'll be talking about investments for those later on in the video. And then we'll also probably have some better SBCs that will be more expensive for some higher end players. We could have, for example, a guaranteed Ultimate Scream SBC. I remember on FIFA 17 we had 3 exclusive SBC Halloween cards. Payet was one of them, and there were a couple of others where you had to trade in a squad of other Ultimate Screen players to get them back. I think it was a total of like 7 or 8 you needed to get Payet. So that was quite an expensive SBC. And we're also probably going to have guaranteed Team of the Week SBCs for the first time in the FIFA calendar. It will be for Team of the Week 5, I believe. So we should have tradable and untradeable SBCs there, which should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to that if we do get that. I think we have in the past 2 FIFAs, so again, that trend will hopefully continue going into FIFA 20 as well. And then alongside that, of course, as it is a promo, we will have packs. It will probably be the first time we get a good quantity of good packs on the game, so 50Ks, 100Ks, all that kind of stuff there. And with that, of course, there will be a big injection of supply onto the market, so prices will drop, especially for a lot of the lower rated cards that still have a lot of value. Players like Lucas, Rashford, Goretzka, all of them, you're going to see those types of cards especially drop down. So make sure you're prepared by selling off cards like that in advance. Again, that's something I will be talking about later on in the video, so you guys know which types of players you should be keeping and which types you should be selling. But that's pretty much all we're going to get, I think, in terms of content. We may get some more stuff, I'm not sure, but that's what we've had in the last few FIFAs. So with all that out of the way, now you guys actually know what the promo is and when it's coming. I'm going to show you guys some investments that you can pick up that will make you loads and loads of coins. So I've got a wide variety of different investments for you guys to pick up that will have you covered and have you making a lot of coins. First of all, we've got players who play for clubs in some way related to Halloween who will possibly be included in some of the daily SBCs we have. They have been in previous FIFAs, and it's up to you whether you keep these cards in your club and risk it or you sell them in the hype. But right now you can get all these types of players super cheaply, and they will definitely rise up in the hype before the Ultimate Screen promo starts. So first up, we've got Man United, the Red Devils. Devils obviously related to Halloween. We've got Roma. They obviously have a wolf in their badge, and that is, again, related to Halloween. So you can get like a few cards from all these clubs, just get the cheapest ones you can find. Doesn't necessarily have to be the same players I'm showing you here. We've got Wolves, and obviously as the name and badge suggests there, They obviously are related to Wolves. Then you've got Levante, who have a bat in their badge, which is again obviously related to Halloween. You've got Benevento, who don't in this badge here have a witch, but in their badge normally, I think EA don't have the rights for it, they have a witch, which you can't really get more like Halloween than that, so definitely worth picking up some players from them, and they always rise up loads in the hype before the promo, so you can get them now for like 200 or 300 coins and make some guaranteed coins there. Then we've got Tijuana from the Mexican League. They have another wolf in their badge. We've got Valencia, who also have a bat, and then we've got Dijon from the Ligue 1, who have an owl in their badge. So these ones are all good for the daily SBCs. You can pick up a few of these. I'd probably sell them in the hype just because I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have the exact same SBCs as we had last year or the year before, but you really can't go wrong by picking up a few of these cards, and they'll definitely rise up by probably like 2 or 3 times and can make you loads and loads of coins there. Then you want to get high rated gold cards. This will cover you for any good SBCs we have, whether they be Team of the Week SBCs or otherwise. So 86s down to 82s for high rated cards. And then also get some players in positions where there aren't many high rated options like fullbacks. Get some 80s, 81s and 82s, especially for left and right backs. Left and right mids as well. Always some good ones that always rise up a lot more, especially with the links into higher rated cards. So someone like Bender, for example, links into higher rated centre backs that people may be using quite often, and there aren't too many high rated fullbacks on this game. So they're all really good ones. You can look on Footbin to find the cheapest players for certain ratings. I'll leave a link down below in the description to that if you want to go and check those out. But the main ones to look out for, I'd say, would be 83s and 84s, because that's typically the kind of rating you have for a Team of the Week SBC. And also go ahead and pick up some Team of the Week players, because typically for the tradable SBC you will need 1 or 2 informs, so you can get discard price informs very, very easily. Right now they're all like 10 or 11,000 coins for cards that are around 82 rated. You can get some 84s and 83s for a little bit more, but still very good prices, and these will cover you no matter what SBCs we have, really. Like, they're good for Player of the Month as well. They're good for Footmas coming up, obviously at Christmas time, and they naturally just rise out of packs. So Team of the Week cards are very, very safe investments, and this is likely to be the first time they'll be required this year. So there we go. Those are the investments you want to get, really. High rated gold cards to cover you for any good SBCs we have. Team of the Week cards to cover you for the tradable Team of the Week SBC. And then these types of cards here that are in some way related to Halloween, all of whom I think will definitely rise up a lot in the hype before the promo, and can make you loads of coins. So regardless of your budget, you should be able to get some players to make you a lot of profit. There are a few examples. Go and pick them up, store them in your club, forget about them for a month or so, and you'll be good to go. Finally, as I've already mentioned, a market crash is likely to be on the cards, because we're going to have a huge influx of supply onto the market with all the packs, and also given it's the first big promo we're going to have, there's going to be a lot of panic on the market as well. People are going to be selling a lot of cards, trying to get coins together for the promo. So for that reason, I'd recommend selling cards sooner rather than later. Prices are dropping as we speak, week by week, so the sooner you sell, the better. I would recommend selling cards on a Thursday or Friday. That's always the best time when player prices, especially for meta cards, are at their highest, because people are building their weekend league teams. But there are some cards I would sell more so rather than others, and some that I don't really see any need for selling. Informs being one of them, just because there's no more supply of these cards onto the market, so they're very safe cards to keep. They're not really going to drop down, so I'm keeping any informs I have unless I really need the coins. Those higher rated cards that will be good for SBCs I'm also keeping. Ones to watches won't be affected too much, just because, again, there's no more supply of them. So all these types of cards here are safe. Then you've got players like Sula and Delit who have a good amount of value. Like Sula's about 20k, Delit's about 30, or just under that. And these types of players here will drop down by around like 20% or so with just how often they're going to be packed. So these types of cards will fall down in price. So if you guys do have these types of cards and aren't using them regularly in your team, they're the types of players I would recommend getting rid of. And there are plenty more just like that. Havertz, Wijnaldum, Vidal, Goretzka, all those types of players are very good examples of that. But then you've got players like Moutinho and Rabiot, for example, that I'd be keeping because they're good for SBCs. Martial's another one, low rated but really expensive. I mean, look at that, he's like nearly 50k, so another one that I would recommend getting rid of. Same for Roussillon, he's low rated but really expensive, so someone you'd want to get rid of. He's going to drop down. Players like Bellarabi as well I mean, he's got a fair amount of value now. He's like nearly 6k, so he's the type of player, again, sell him because he'll drop down. Same with like Promise, all of these lower end cards that still have a bit of value. A lot of them will go down to being like under 1,000 coins. Someone like Willian's another good example. But yeah, the informs you can keep. The more kind of irrelevant cards like Milivojevic, nothing's really going to happen to their prices, so you might as well just keep them, unless you just want the coins, in which case obviously go ahead and sell them. But the main cards you want to get rid of are those meta cards that are fairly low rated, because they will get packed a lot. They'll drop down a lot in price as well. And also, people are starting to sell those cards and move on now to getting better players. People are moving on from players like Lucas and Rashford to Aubameyang and Aguero, and they're selling those types of players. So they're losing value all the time. So it's best to sell them sooner rather than later. Not only because of this promo, but also just because cards are losing value now. So those types of players, definitely ones to sell, in my opinion. Around Thursday and Friday is a good time. And then all these cards down here, they're fairly irrelevant. Yes, you've got people like Gamma, for example, who have a bit more value nowadays. They will drop, but these types of cards on the whole, you can just get rid of them really to get coins together, to be able to open packs and make investments, unless you can't really be bothered to sell them. But these cards aren't really going to drop down too much. They don't really have much value as it stands anyway. So they're quite safe cards. Someone like Sam Maximan, though, for example, definitely want to be selling, because as such a low rated card, he will get packed a ton and he's going to fall through the floor. Same with players like Malqui, who are maybe like 4 or 5k now. Hakimi's another example. Those cards will be super cheap. Zakari is another example. They'll be so cheap because they're going to get packed so much when we have lightning rounds, 50ks, any of those higher end type packs. So clear out your club of these types of lower end players here. Also consumables. Get together as many coins as possible. You want to be liquid going into the promo, because player prices will be low. They'll be the lowest they probably will be until Black Friday, which is one of the lowest points in the entire FIFA calendar. So if you guys want to make some investments and build a good team, that could be a decent time to do so. So have the majority of your assets of your club in liquid form, i.e. coins, as opposed to players, and you should be good to go. You can go ahead and make some investments as well, like some of the players I've shown you. They're not going to drop down too much. They will in fact rise and make you coins. You can sell in the hype, you can sell during the promo, it's up to you. But there we go, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new around here. I do want to quickly say that I haven't managed to find the Ultimate Scream card design in the database, but a lot of the cards haven't been added to the database yet. So I'm hoping we are still going to have Ultimate Scream this year. I really see no reason at all why we wouldn't, and that's just why I'm mentioning here, just on the very slight off chance that the promo doesn't come out. I really think it will, just because why would EA not do it? I don't know, but for that reason, maybe towards the side of selling your cards in the hype. But that's just my thoughts. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.